Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you an example of a high draw inflation percentage. We've got the game here, the Arsenal-Watford game, pre-match. We're just going to show you've got the Betfair graphs up. We've got the draw inflation percentage at 18, that's high. And what we're going to do is we're going to look for positions sort of based around that. We can see the pinnacle prices, the SBO prices, etc. We've gone into the link to the bookmaker prices, in which we can see some of them have Watford higher than they have on Betfair. Now Betfair should always be higher. The draw is also sort of around the Betfair price. So with 27 minutes to kick off, we're going to look for a position. We're going to look for the previous prices that have been matched. You can see that most of them have the draw higher than 4.6. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay the draw at 4.6. So we're not actually taking the price on offer. We're looking to lay at the back price. We've got the draw inflation percentage history, and we can see when the Pinnacle SBO Bet, Max Bet and Spreads update, they got their prices around Betfair's, if not slightly higher. So all indicators point to the fact that the draw is going to drift here. Max Bet have just updated and they're now higher than Betfair. Spreads are slightly higher, 4.65. So all indicators are pointing to the fact that the draw is going to drift. So once we get matched at 4.6, we will look to get out one tick higher, maybe two ticks higher, depending on what's occurring sort of around that price. So we've been taken at 4.6. The reason we lay first is that most traders like to back, so we get matched quicker by laying first. So if we go with one tick, then we just make a £20 profit. That's our situation, but every opportunity that it's going to go a little bit more than even one tick. So we're going to try and go for 4.8 and take two ticks. SBO Bet have just raised their draw price. 17% is still high. The unders have been drifting, which is another good sign. So you can see that the DI has slightly come down with the fact that the draw has drifted up to 4.7. Max Bet have just dropped Arsenal's price, so Arsenal coming in is another good indicator that the draw should drift up and out an extra tick. So that's a good sign. When a DI is high at 17% or higher, then either the draw will drift and or the dog Watford will come down, will drop a tick or two. Sometimes one happens, sometimes the other happens, sometimes both happen. The opposite happens with a low draw inflation. Either the draw will drop and or the dog will drift up and out. Sometimes both happen, or one or the other. So we're sitting in the queue at 4.8, getting very close to kickoff. What we're going to look to do is try and maximize and use that insurance and give us an extra sort of profit on the game. So back to the bookies. Important to see what they're doing, because obviously if a lot of them are dropping the prices, then there's a good chance that Betfair will follow. So always worth keeping an eye on what the bookmakers are doing. Likewise, Pinnacle, SBO Bet, Max Bet, Spreads. Pinnacle very good for an hour or two before kickoff. Spreads generally the day before. SBO Bet for Asian trends, and Max Bet is another bookmakers. So we're thinking we're going to have £40 free insurance on the draw. So what we're going to do is back Arsenal in the -1 in the Asian handicap market on Betfair, and assuming the draw should be covered with £40 free money, and knowing what a dodgy defence Arsenal have got, we're going to have a small back on the 2-1 and 3-1, so that if Watford do score, then we're in a good position. We're dangerously close to kick-off, and this is generally not something I do, but for the sake of 20-30 seconds, I'm so close to the front of the queue and being matched, then I'm more than happy on this one occasion to take the risk of taking it in play and just taking the free £38-39. Got the game on, literally not in the market any longer than a minute. The big risk, of course, was Watford scoring, which would have seen the draw come down. If Arsenal had scored, then obviously the draw would have gone up even higher, so that would have been good. But not generally recommended, but I was so close to the front of the queue and got matched within a minute of the kickoff. So here we go. We let the game run out, we let the game play, had the game on in the background, and there we just show the trades. Managed to make 2 ticks. Arsenal 1-0, 7 minutes. Arsenal 2-0, 58th minute. So our trade is looking good. Ended up making just under a month's PMT subscription for the sake of about 2 hours. And this is the whole idea behind this video, is to show you that if you can make some money before kickoff, you can then use that money and have a very low risk trade to try and maximize your profits from what you've made pre-match. So if you could pick up 30, 40, 50 quid, and you can do that 7, 8, 9, 10 times a week, then you'll have a nice little income. And the beauty is we're trading the match odds, so it's the most liquid of markets with the draw inflation. This is the PMT help page. I'll just sort of scroll very slowly so members get access to this page. The draw inflation tool is now getting used more and more, and we're pleased to see that. It comes free with our subscription at prematchtrading.com, inplaytrading.com, and tradingfootball.eu. So members get access to the draw inflation tool. PMT members get email alerts when the draw inflation is either high or low, so you get that straight to your email box. You can then set up your trade on the move or at home on your laptop and make profits. Generally the draw inflation games are traded sort of up to about an hour before kickoff. That's when the money really starts to pile in. We suggest the better leagues, the higher leagues, televised games. Forget the Iranian under-19s or the Iraqi women's leagues, with all due respect. There's not a lot of money and not a lot of interest in these sort of markets and games. So the tool works very well indeed. If you spend the time and effort getting to know it and learning how to use it, you will do very well from it. And just a couple of other little pointers to get the best out of it. Start off with small stakes, build your way up, get confident, learn how to use it, and make some money.